Fit, active, healthy, happy, enjoying the prime of your life. Looking out for your health and wellness. This is Health Talk with Fred Lowry from Lowry Drug in Statesville. Visit Fred at his store, conveniently located on Hartness Road in Statesville.
Good afternoon, this is Dr. Fred, and I've got the fastest carbon fiber scooters in all of Statesville. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
Just having a little fun on this Friday, sir. You did tell me you'd be on the road. I said, you know what, you got to call in anyway. Are you going out to do some horse and dog stuff right now and train some horses or some dogs? What are you doing?
I'm going down to Utopia Plantation, South Georgia, for a field trial. It's a competition. So it's a dog and pony show, morning dog.
Very cool. Very cool. You still growing your own hemp?
Not currently, no. I don't really need to. We had enough that we haven't had to grow any in a while.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
One of the things that we chatted about the other day, and one of the ideas of coming on was this PBM conversation. You're in the prescription game, so PBMs. Can you just give us the try to simplify it for us simpletons of what are PBMs and does it matter in the equation of prescriptions for folks?
Yeah, it does matter. It's a pharmacy benefits manager. So basically, they're the administrator for the pharmacy prescription programs between an insurance company like Blue Cross and any pharmacy, whether it's a chain or a independent pharmacy. And so it adds another layer, and I guess at some point, insurance companies outsourced processing prescription benefits to these PBMs that it was a good idea probably to begin with, and now it's not.
There's some talks from some corporations of switching their provider. Like Eli Lilly obviously made a big announcement recently, and there's some other business stuff obviously going on that's probably influencing that they're not going with CVS Caremark. Do you see the landscape ever fully changing for folks? Because something's got to change, right? And prescriptions is a huge part of the conversation. Do you see it as like PBMs is kind of the kink in the kind of chain right now, or where do you see the problems at?
Well, it is a big problem. CVS or some chains that had vertically integrated. So CVS Caremark is a PBM, and of course CVS is a chain, and there are other companies that have done that. The ones that have not are kind of at the mercy of the reimbursement. So, as an example, let's just use a Mounjaro product, the GLP-1, cost me over $1,000, and the reimbursement might even be below my acquisition costs on PBM. So they're making, whatever the difference is, they're making a lot of money at the expense of insurance companies and pharmacies. And of course, that basically kind of drives up the cost. And one trick that nobody really knows is that these PBMs will negotiate with insurance companies and pharmaceutical companies. So the pharmaceutical company, when something goes generic, they'll give a rebate to keep the brand name preferred. So I've even seen, even with state Medicaid, which I complained about through official channels, a prescription that was cost $1,000 a month could have been purchased for $30 in a generic form, but the brand's preferred. So there's a lot of manipulation that goes on to the benefit of the pharmacy benefits management.
It's a complicated chain, it seems like. Can I be honest? Does it seem like you're not getting rich off people's prescriptions? I mean, you're like McDonald's making 5 cents a batch. Like, so it's not like you're making buku bucks off of it. Where do you think it kind of shifts at? What do you think we need to do?
Well, and that's one of the reasons that you see Walgreens that are closing stores. You know, the old model of is actually like the model there was using prescriptions as the loss leader to draw traffic to sell all the other stuff. And of course, there's a big shift in online sales, et cetera. So and you see a lot of independents going out of business for this reason. I'm more diversified, so I'm not completely dependent on just those prescriptions, but it's a problem because and one of the shifts that really happened was with copay. So if you all of a sudden you have a $10 copay for a prescription, it could allow pharmaceutical companies to really inflate the prices because you don't really know what you're paying or what has been paid. I've got one prescription that's $5,000 a month for somebody with no copay. All that gets spread out to everybody else. It's a big mess, I think.
One of the things that you talk about, and it's not to go against doctors, but even in this whole realm of kind of a way of avoiding necessarily just these prescriptions and these drugs, and because there's a lot of it's a lot of changing of the body, right? When you use any kind of man-made medication, but you do a lot of holistic stuff too. How's that space these days?
A lot of interest in that because at this point in time, if you want to stay healthy, you better take a more proactive role in what you're doing. And, my program this afternoon hits on a few things, but one of the things is obesity and weight. And the whole model of calories in, calories out. Well, that is important, but it's the kind of calories, and also the situation where people, their metabolism is compromised because of their bad diet, their poor diet, and ultra processed food. So it makes it more difficult to lose weight because you're eating all the wrong things. There's a lot of moving pieces there, but taking care of yourself, you better do it because it gets into your quality of life, whatever time you got left on the planet.
We're talking with Dr. Fred Lowry of Lowry Drug, located on Hartness Road in Statesville, right across from Iredale Memorial. You've been doing this a long time. You've been a pharmacist, multi-generational pharmacist. From those different kind of big topic prescriptions, let's say like diabetes, right, versus or heart medications and those kinds of things. Are there any particular like groups that you're seeing are most like negatively affected? Everybody wants the skinny shot, right? But beyond that, like any of those major groups of large health concerns. Which group do you think is getting hosed the most right now?
Well, when you talk about groups, are you talking about individuals or drug therapies?
Either way you think that it works.
Well, I think the drug therapies can be a problem, so anytime you're, as an example, proton pump inhibitors, Prilosec, Protonics, those kind of things, think about that. You have indigestion. You are not able to digest whatever you just put in your mouth. That's a clue right there that you probably are not eating the right things. But when you start impacting digestion, well, that's where you get your fuel and everything else it takes to operate. So you've got that. You've got statin drugs that are definitely problematic. I talked a little bit about that today at 4. And
statin are the heart. That's the heart stuff.
That's the cholesterol medication. To your point, there's a lot of complexity in all kinds of things, and the human body is certainly one of those.
There's no doubt.
So
you can check out.
downstream implications of the choices you make every day.
That's right. You can check out Dr. Fred Lowry's Body each and every week here on WSIC Health Talk. It airs every Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. Appreciate you, sir. Looking forward to the show today. Always in-depth conversations and chats. A legend around here for having been banned on YouTube back in the day in the beginning of this thing. So grateful for you, sir. And you can catch Dr. Fred shows on demand via the WSIC News app. Every single one of them we've got in there. Dr. Fred, so appreciate you. Drive safe, sir. Have fun at the Dog and Pony Show.
Thank you, sir. See you.
All right. Take care. What a wild morning so far, huh?
Yeah.
Big topics, sometimes
Big
not
topics.
easy to have, right? But necessary ones. I do think 2026 healthcare is going to be.
You think that's going to be the biggest
that's
thing?
going to be the big one for everybody because it's got to be figured out.
I think it's just something that we have to focus on too, because like you said, you put the things in your body and you can't get the results that you want. So you have to look at maybe from the base. And so today's episode is going to be a really good one, talking about obesity and weight loss, and hot topic these days.
Just one of the 35 hours of local content we do here every single week at
Every
WSIC. You can download the WSIC News app today. It's available on iOS and Google Play. On there, if you were to do that, you could watch, you could listen, you could also check out the local businesses. 8:15, we're going to chat with Chase Myers, WSIC meteorologist. This kind of funky weather of the weekend. I'm still thinking there's a chance somewhere.
Snow's coming.
There's a chance somewhere. Lakeshore Pediatric Center, Dr. Nadra. We're going to say, hey, check in. What can we do for the kinda as we get closer and closer to through this winter season? Patrick Reynolds, host of the Home Ed Show, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11. Whether you're buying, selling, or celebrating birthdays and anniversaries, you're hanging out with Patrick Reynolds. 844-STUDIO-4, 844-788-3464. This is Dr. Fred Lowry with Health Talk. Maybe.